It's not their fault they are what they are.
Ignore the tiger. Not its fault that it's going to eat you. Sound advice.
What is up, YouTube? Today we have another companion build guide, this time for everyone's favorite edgelord elf, Fenris. In this video we will go over core abilities, equipment, and tactics for Fenris. I will be going over both a tank Fenris build and a damage build for whatever role fits your party best. Here's a graphic for what abilities to get with every level up. Our core abilities for tank Fenris will be Taunt, Pommel Strike, Scythe, Lyrium Ghost, and Spirit Pulse. The primary attributes you want to level in this build will be Strength, Constitution, and Willpower. As always with my build videos, there will be a link in the description to a full step-by-step leveling guide. Taunt and Pommel Strike are core abilities for any tank build in Dragon Age 2, allowing Fenris to draw attention to himself and CC down enemies so that they cannot strike back. We will also level Pommel Strike so it will stagger targets for cross-class combos. Scythe is unique for a tank because typically Aveline and Carver would both go sword and shield and be unable to use this ability. Scythe is a very disruptive ability that gets Fenris into the fray of battle immediately and start crowd controlling enemies. Lyrium Ghost and Spirit Pulse are both what make Fenris unique. Lyrium Ghost is a sustained spell that when upgraded gives Fenris a slew of very nice stats. He gets 20% defense, 20% crit chance, 10% damage resist, and 10% magic resist. This ability is a big part of what makes Fenris a viable tank. Spirit Pulse deals spirit damage in an AoE around Fenris. It's very solid damage and once upgraded will stun enemies. It's on a very low cooldown and helps Fenris keep large groups of mobs in check. For tank Fenris, these are your best endgame options for equipment. Where to find this gear will be in the link in the description. In the early game, prioritize gear that gives him health or resistances. And these are the tactics we have set up so that the AI can best utilize the build we made. Now on to damage Fenris. As a warrior main at heart, this one is more my style of play. Here is the full leveling guide. This build is more of a glass cannon warrior that charges into groups of enemies and turns them all into red mist in seconds. In Dragon Age 2, Warrior's greatest strength is its consistent AoE damage from its large swings with the addition of the passive ability Giant's Reach, so that is what we will be building towards. We have 5 core abilities for this build: Mighty Blow, Scythe, Whirlwind, Might, and Cleave. Mighty Blow is a large overhead smash that is very satisfying to use and deals solid damage to your main target, occasionally evaporating them. It also has a small AoE effect around the main target that deals good damage as well. Scythe is the ability he's going to use to charge into the enemy backline. It dashes him instantly at the backline, dealing damage to any enemy he passes through, knocking down his primary target. Whirlwind could be considered overkill with how much AoE is in the rest of this build, but as the warrior guy, Whirlwind is a core ability in my heart. Whirlwind is pretty much the same as it is in every other RPG, dealing large damage and a circular AoE around you. It's fun and effective. In the mid to late game, we will have acquired 2 more crucial abilities for this build: Might and Cleave. Might is a sustained ability that uses up 20% of your stamina at all times. As soon as you unlock this ability at level 8, Fenris will almost have it permanently on. He should have just enough willpower to use all of his spells without much worry while still having it on. Might provides a constant 10% damage boost and 25% boost to crit damage once upgraded for almost no cost. Cleave is the last core ability to the build. It provides you a whopping 75% damage boost for 15 seconds and is only on a 25-second cooldown, meaning it is a nearly permanent 75% damage boost that also has a 10% stagger chance on every auto attack. Cleave is one of the best abilities the warrior has to offer and one of the best abilities in the game, period. Fenris' skill tree also has very good passives that help him do damage while maintaining some degree of tankiness, such as Veneer of Calm, Battle Tempo, and Deflect. Here is an overview of all of the best in slot armor for this build. In the early game, prioritize gear that gives him more damage through crit, attack speed, or strength boosts. Here are the tactics we will use so that the AI knows how to use him effectively. If this video was useful for you, please like and subscribe, and thank you all very much for watching.